students for creating such a बस इरादों में जीत की गुण चाहिए. A vision is not just a picture of what could be. It is an appeal to our better selves, a call to become something more. And this is the vision of the South Indian Association School. As we step into the 75th year of our institution, we look back at its journey with great pride and admiration. The S.I.A has always been at the forefront in the field of education for 75 years, imparting quality education through its motto, knowledge is power.
Every year, we introduce and adopt innovative ideas to nourish our students in all fields of life. Today, we are going to witness some great talents in academics, sports, and cultural activities which brought laurels to our school. I am incredibly pleased to invite our headmistress, Mrs. Sharvari Deshpande, to take you through all the important events of this year by presenting the annual report.
Guest Shri Nishchal Kapadia, President of the S.I.A. Shri K.V. Ranganathan, Secretary Shri M. Gopal Krishnan, members of the Managing Committee, Dr. Mrs. Padmaja Arvind, Principal of the S.I.A. Degree College, Dr. Mrs. Asmita Karajgi, Dean of the S.I.A. College of Health Sciences, Mrs. Aparna Patil, HM of the S.I.A. High School and Junior College, dignitaries of the dais, and my dear parents. Good evening to one and all. Education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. We at the S.I.A. believe that knowledge is power, the power to change our circumstances for the better. Someone rightly said, when you can't change the direction of the wind, adjust your sails. Academic year 2019-20 and 2020-21 saw us adjust our sails to the peculiar situation that arose due to the pandemic. This academic year, 2022-23, we had to make the crucial shift from online school to offline school. The S.I.A. teachers and counselors geared up for this by identifying the factors that would affect effective learning. We started by conducting a bridge course in the month of April 2022. We conducted baseline tests to identify the areas where we needed to put in special efforts. Vacation homework was also given. Now coming to the events from June 2022. Presenting before you the annual report of the S.I.A. Primary School as it enters its Platinum Jubilee year. When the school reopened in June, we noticed that the sitting tolerance of the children was very short. Also, the students required a lot of writing practice. Hence, we took measures like starting the day with a few minutes of meditation, giving frequent breaks to the students, conducting some brain gym and movement activities, conducting activities which required them to listen carefully, insisting that students speak only in English, insisting that they complete the answer paper, etc. The infrastructure. The S.I.A. has seen a journey of 75 years from 1948 to 2022. Lots of things have changed and have evolved for good. We made improvements to our existing computer lab. From one lab now, we have 2 labs with 80 new machines. I request Deepak sir to please play the video, so all of you can have a glimpse of our newly furnished computer lab. Thank you, sir. Association recognized the need at a time when others were skeptical. From one counselor for all sections together, today we have a dedicated counselor for each section. We have got a dedicated space in the form of a counseling room for all the counseling activities. Again, I request Deepak sir to please play the video, so all of you will get a glimpse into our new counseling hub.
A strong team of 3 counselors in school, myself, Sanjana has loads of affirmations on it which urges students to speak positively to themselves. We also have 3 mail boxes so students can anonymously drop their concerns with whichever counselor they are comfortable.
Then there is a thought flix with a thought that student can post their creativity, anything, their writings, their own creativity in drawing. Then moving ahead, we take the remedial session as S.I.A school is an inclusive school. We have to take remedial session for our special kids, whoever is there, according to their understanding, their level.
This is the calming corner. It helps the students calm down when they are high on emotions. The calming corner is also equipped with the calming kit with different tools like this glitter cup. Now coming to the library of the counseling hub. So we have selected the books which show a perspective of emotion and thoughts for the children and which will help them connect to their thoughts and feelings. Also we have few books which will help the teachers to learn and understand and implement the useful strategies for the children.
Yes, thanks and students with the privacy that is needed. Curriculum. At the South Indian Association, we focus on holistic development of our students. A well-rounded personality is needed to succeed in life. We have introduced classical Hindustani music classes for students of standard 1st to 4th in collaboration with Swaradhara Music Academy. You have witnessed what they are capable of when they said the prayer and the school anthem. Karadipat spoken English program has been running for quite a few years, right from nursery to standard 3. This year we extended it to standard 4 as well. For several years now, we have the facility of a math lab. Students are taught the concepts of mathematics using concrete objects. So now it is not a very feared subject. I think we can play the video so parents also will get an idea.
Children, let us start with addition of 2-digit numbers. Model the number 24 and 32 and find the total. So the first step is modeling the first number, that is 24. 24 means model the number 24 and always begin with ones column. Very good. 2 tens, 4 ones is equal to. Now model the second number, that is 32. That is 32. 3 tens, 3 tens, 2 ones. Very good. Now next step is to combine all the ones and bring it down to the result column. Combine all the ones and bring it down to the result column. Next, combine all the tens and bring it down to the result column. Now read the number. Five tens.
Yes, so that's how activities are conducted in the maths lab. Our association with Tata Classage continues as teachers use the teaching modules extensively in the classroom. Here I would like to iterate our school's commitment to providing quality education to our students. Sir, I would like to point out that we have digital boards in all of our 24 classrooms for the past 12 years. So we have been a front runner in this, and all our teachers are trained in its effective use. The celebrations. The first celebration of this year was the International Yoga Day, on which students learned and performed various simple asanas. This was followed by a music and dance program presented by our students on the occasion of Ashadi Ekadashi. On the occasion of Rakhi Purnima, the students pledged their support for saving trees. All festivals were celebrated with enthusiasm and religious fervor. We sensitized our students to the need for being kind and caring towards senior citizens by planning some activities that the students had to do for their grandparents for World Senior Citizens Day. On the occasion of Bharatiya's Day, competitions were conducted in Tamil language. The students also presented a variety entertainment program. Co-curricular activities. Kshitij inter-school competitions were conducted to commemorate our Foundation Day on 1st of October. This was the 25th year since we started Kshitij inter-school competitions. The South Indian Association Primary School won the highest number of prizes, that is 19, thereby winning overall highest trophy. We also won several prizes in the S.I.A Art Fest drawing competition. It is for us to create interest in STEM, that is science, technology, engineering and mathematics subjects at an early stage. Hence, we organized a science exhibition on a grand scale this year. We received a lot of praise for the manner in which the students explained their models. A short video of a minute, we can just show you. Yes. The students of Standard 4 enjoyed a overnight camp at Durshet Nature Trails Resort. They enjoyed all the adventure sports. It was a memorable occasion for all. This was our second year of conducting an overnight camp for students of Standard 4. Annual sports were conducted. This being our Platinum Jubilee year, the South Indian Association School organized an inter-school sports beat on 5th and 6th of December, in which 430 students from 20 schools in and around Dombivli participated. Our young athletes did us proud by bagging 6 medals in 50 meters run and 100 meters relay events. Yes, their contribution helped the South Indian School along with primary and high school bag the championship trophy. We not only focus on development of students but also the teachers. One of the highlights of our academic year is a Scrabble competition that is conducted not only for students but also teachers. The teachers from KG, primary, high school and junior college compete for the S.I.A Scrabble Championship Trophy. In this competition, two of our teachers, Mrs. Vaijanti Naik won the second and Mrs. Charulata More won the third prize respectively. Another competition that is conducted annually is the Spell Bee competition for the students. This competition will be held in the month of February. Apart from the intra-school competitions, we also encourage our students to participate in inter-school events. In the inter-school competition conducted by Janagana Mana School, our students won the second prize in group dance competition. They were trained by our S.I.A Fine Arts Academy teacher, Mrs. Prajakta Barve. In the inter-school competitions conducted by Shrima Balniketan School Thane, Miss Aradhya Kamble of Standard 4 won the second prize in story narration. Competitive exams. We encourage our students to participate in competitive exams. Our students appear for the Olympiad exams, Ignited Mind Mental Maths exam and SpellQuest exam. Awards and felicitations. We are extremely happy to announce that the South Indian Association Primary KG School has been honored with the Education Excellence Award 2022 by Universal Mentors Association for Innovation in Special Needs Education at the 4th EduSeries Leaders Meet, which was held on 1st of December at NESCO Goregaon. Every year, we honor a teacher for her exemplary work. The prestigious Ram Janki Award for Teacher of the Year 2021-22 has been bagged by Mrs. Vaijayanti Naik. She can be described as a mature, soft-spoken and diligent teacher, and she has shown special skills in lesson plan writing and dealing with sensitive issues in an appropriate manner. Also this year, 3 of our teachers, Mrs. Indra Mudliar, Mrs. Vijayashri Krishnamurthy and Mrs. Chandraleela Kennedy have completed 25 years of service in this institution. A big round of applause for all the teachers. Next, I would like to mention all the committees that help us in our work. The first one I would like to mention is the PTA Executive Committee. The PTA Executive Committee was duly elected from the class representatives of all the classes. I thank Shri Mahesh Panchal, Vice Chairperson of the PTA Executive Committee, for his active and constructive participation. School Inclusion Committee. This committee meets twice a year to discuss the measures taken or to be taken with respect to children with special needs. I thank the President, Shri K.V. Ranganathan, Secretary, Shri M. Gopal Krishnan, and Management Committee Representative, Mrs. Chandranathan, for guiding us in these matters. Academic Council. At this forum, we discuss issues related to academics and give an update on events that are being conducted. Results of the students are looked into in detail. I thank the Academic Council members, Shri M. Gopal Krishnan, Shri G. Ravi Shankar, Shri S. Karthik, and Shri M. Ravi for their guidance throughout the year. With this, I conclude my report for the academic year 2022-23. On behalf of the staff of the S.I.A. KG Primary School, I thank Shri Nishchal Kapadia for accepting our invitation and spending some time with us. Thank you, sir. I thank the President of the South Indian Association, Shri K.V. Ranganathan, Secretary Shri M. Gopal Krishnan, and other members of the South Indian Association management for providing us with the necessary support and guidance. We are extremely grateful to our IT team of Shri Deepak Nichit and other computer teachers for their continuous mentoring and support to all our teachers. I profoundly thank the PTA, class representatives, and all the parents for their faith and trust for placing their faith and trust in us. Last but not the least, I thank the Assistant Headmistress, Mrs. Nidhi Saraf, Coordinator, Mrs. Chandraleela Kennedy, and all my teaching and non-teaching staff for their good work throughout the year. I must also mention the other heads of institutions who have been continuously supporting us, that is Mrs. Aparna Patil, Dr. Mrs. Padmaja Arvind, and Dr. Mrs. Asmita Karasgi. I think we all four pack a punch. Today, we have 600 plus students who will be performing in the entertainment program on the theme Unity in Diversity. Yes, this is double of last time. So before the pandemic, we had 350 students. Now we have 600 plus students. So you can see the huge number of participants that are waiting to present their items before you. Hope you all enjoyed. I wish one and all a Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy and prosperous New Year. Thank you very much.
About the various activities conducted throughout the year. To be inspired is great, but to be an inspiration is an honor. I am profoundly delighted to have this opportunity to welcome and thank the chief guest for today's program, Mr. Nishchal Kapadia, Associate Director of KPMG, for rendering his precious time and honoring us with his esteemed presence. I request Mrs. Vijayashri to kindly escort Sir on the stage. To welcome Mr. Nishchal Kapadia. A big round of applause for him. I request our headmistress, Mrs. Sharvari Deshpande, to welcome Sir with a bouquet. It's an honor to welcome you, sir. I kindly request you to be seated.
The more you take responsibility of your past and present, the more you are able to create the future you seek. This quote is apt for the towering personality who will be coming up next. He is none other than the president of our institution, Shri K.V. Ranganathan. I request Mrs. Kusum to kindly escort Sir onto the stage. He is a great motivator, an innovator, and a technophile person who has been a strong mentor for us in adopting the highest quality standards in imparting education to match the world's best. I request our headmistress to welcome Sir with a bouquet. We extend our affable welcome to you, sir. I kindly request to take your seat.
It's an honor to welcome the Secretary of our institution, Shri M. Gopalakrishnan. I request Mrs. Luna to kindly escort Sir on the stage. He is an amazingly simple and down-to-earth person. He actively takes lead in all the activities of the institution. His dedicated service to our institution is remarkable. I request our headmistress, Mrs. Sharvari Deshpande, to welcome him with a bouquet. We welcome you, sir, and request you to take the seat.
I take this opportunity to welcome the headmistress of our high school and junior college, Mrs. Aparna Patil. I request Mrs. Kusum to kindly escort Madam to the stage. She believes that values and life skills training is the core of the education. She is a source of inspiration for many. I request our headmistress to welcome her with a bouquet. We welcome you, ma'am. I request Madam to be seated.
A leader is the one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Our headmistress, Mrs. Sharvari Deshpande, is a living example of leadership. She proved it not just with her ideas, but with actions. She is an icon, role model for us. Her recent academic and extracurricular initiatives helped our schools to win many accolades. I would like to extend my hearty welcome to ma'am. I request our assistant headmistress, Mrs. Nidhi Madam, to present her a bouquet. We welcome you, ma'am.
We extend a hearty welcome to all the dignitaries of the dais. We have with us our dignified committee members who are always ready to motivate and support us in all our endeavors. It's an honor to welcome them for today's program.
With great pleasure, I welcome the Joint Secretary of our institution, Shri S. Karthik. I request Mahalakshmi teacher to welcome him with a bouquet. We welcome you, sir.
I request Vijayashri teacher to welcome him with a chocolate bouquet.
Managing committee member and also the management representative for academic council meetings of our institution. I request Mrs. Mrunal to welcome him with a bouquet. We welcome you, sir.
Managing committee member and management representative of our school committee meetings of our institution. I request Sarika to welcome her with a bouquet. The Dean of the S.I.A. College of Health Sciences, Dr. Asmita Karasgi. I request Kusum teacher to welcome her with a bouquet.
Of higher education. She is a friendly demeanor and always seems to have a smile on her face. I request Luna teacher to welcome her with a bouquet.
Muthukrishnan, we are pleased to welcome you, sir. I request Mrs. Kusum to welcome him with a bouquet.
Shri Nathan sir. I request Vijay Shri teacher to welcome him with a bouquet.
It gives me immense pleasure to welcome the Vice Chairman, Chairperson of PTA Executive Committee, Mr. Mahesh Panchal. I request Mrs. Sanjana to welcome him with a bouquet. Mahesh Panchal, welcome sir.
To our Assistant Headmistress of the Primary and KG section, Mrs. Nidhi Saraf. I request Vaijanti teacher to welcome her with a bouquet.
I am delighted to welcome our primary coordinator, Mrs. Chandralila Kennedy. I request Mrs. Kusum to present her a bouquet as a token of our love. Her endless guidance and constant support help us a lot in our achievements. It is a great opportunity for all teammates to perform under her able guidance. Welcome, ma'am.
Mrs. Maitri Deshpande. I request Sarika teacher to present her with a bouquet. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you for your continued support in our growth.
With immense pleasure, we welcome our dear parents. We do cherish your partnership and collaboration in all our endeavors. We treasure your love and concern towards the institution.
It's gratifying to look around and see so many glittering faces. That's a pleasing welcome to my dear students and teachers. What I know is going to be a great evening ahead.
We would also like to welcome all our support staffs who are part and parcel of this institution. I hope and request your kind cooperation throughout this function for its grand success.
Once again, we welcome all and wish you a splendid time with us. Thank you.
I am profusely elated to introduce our chief guest, Mr. Nishchal Kapadia, Associate Director, KPMG. I request our Assistant Headmistress, Mrs. Nidhi Saraf, to give a brief introduction about him.
Good evening to one and all present here. Today, we all have gathered here for the annual day of our Platinum Jubilee year. I am highly honored and feel privileged to have been given the opportunity to address everyone and welcome the chief guest on this very special occasion. On behalf of everyone present here, I heartily welcome the chief guest, Mr. Nishchal Kapadia, who is a leader, motivational speaker, mentor, and a seasoned finance professional with rich experience in Big Four firms. Mr. Kapadia started his professional journey with DSP BlackRock, one of the largest asset management companies. He made his mark in the field of asset management, wealth management, fundraising, global proprietary training. He has also been in key leadership groups at Edelweiss for almost 12 years. Mr. Kapadia is an alumnus of IIM Calcutta, in addition to being a CS and LLB. He is a mentor of change in Atal Innovation Mission, a flagship initiative by Niti Aayog. He also mentored more than 30 startups and a regular guide and speaker at IIT Bombay, SP Jain, Narsi Monji, and many elite colleges across the country. Mr. Kapadia is a member of Harvard Business Review Ascents, Board of Studies at Jai Hind College, Pillai's Institute, panel member of Students Selection at 6 IIMs along with Wellinger Management College, Mumbai. He has also shared the stage with directors, principals of top academic institutes and has been featured on various social media platforms like New Age Business Hour, Timeline with Sagar, Facebook Live and many more. I feel privileged that I was given the opportunity to talk about Sir and his achievements. We are especially thankful to him for his presence here today. Now, I request our President, Sri K.V. Ranganathan, Sir, to felicitate our Chief Guest, Sri Nishchal Kapadia. Thank you, sir.
And that was taken way back in the year 1948 when the school started functioning with 6 Tamil students by the Tamil speaking population of Dombivli to fulfill their basic needs in social, cultural and educational spheres. Today, our institution is providing education to thousands of students.
Like the proverbial banyan tree, the South Indian Association has grown over the years, bringing within its influence diverse sections of the society, regardless of caste, creed, and community. From such humble beginnings, it has grown to these several institutions today. Here, I would like to quote, "If your actions inspired others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader." Today, we are extremely fortunate to have such a leader amongst us who has witnessed this banyan tree grown from a sapling. He is none other than the president of our institution, Sri K.V. Ranganathan. We are having great opportunity to listen to such a leader. I request Sir to address this august gathering.
Vidyadanam Sarvadanam Pradhanam. Knowledge is power. Respected Mr. Nishchal Kapadia, the 4 pillars of the South Indian Association, Dean of the Physiotherapy College, Dr. Asmita Karajgi, Principal of the S.I.A. College of Higher Education, Dr. Padmaja Arvind, HM of the High School and Junior College, Mrs. Aparna Patil, HM of the Primary School and KG School, Mrs. Sharvari Deshpande, my colleagues in the managing committee, ex-colleagues, my dear friends, my dear students, my dear parents. We are extremely honored to have someone like Mr. Kapadia standing to be the chief guest today. We have different kind of chief guests today. Generally, when you look at chief guest, the most of them come with a grey hair, but I want to be a very young, dynamic person. I think when I saw him coming in, I was really taken back. For such a young person can have so much of wealth of achievement in his career. Moving ahead with the program, you have seen the annual report presented by our HM, Mr. Deshpande. It speaks about everything that we have done in the school in the last 1 year. how we have been able to bring the children round the bend after 2 years of staying at home. What special measures we have taken to help the specially needed children. About sports activities, our Platinum Jubilee celebrations, other competitions, so on and so forth. So you might be wondering how the teaching fraternity squeezes so much time in doing so many things. Whether do they have more than 24 hours a day? I don't know really like. The amount of activity that happens throughout the year is phenomenal. Add to that, this year we had the pressure of Platinum Jubilee celebrations happening in our institution. So I think throughout the year, I think there will be huge planning, micro level planning, macro level management, so that we don't come short of anything. The simple example is the devotional song sung by the students right at the beginning of the program. It was simply amazing. I don't know how many people really could see. I could see at close quarters the kind of joy they had, and there was not a single missing note or mismatch in the way they executed it. So I don't know whether any of us have the talent to nurture the students the way they are doing it. All of us would have known in last 2 years during the pandemic what effort you would have taken to keep your children under check or mold them, discipline them. But they have to do for hundreds of students, thousands of students day to day, every minute. So I think there is a huge round of applause. Your children are in wonderful hands, caring, nurturing, whatnot. There are several adjectives you can keep on adding. Every year, S.I.A. wants to go one notch up than last year. You have seen several initiatives that have been shown to you, whether it is Swaradhara, or it's Maths Lab, or Maths Buddy, or the newer curriculum that we introduced like Karadi Path. So we keep on trying to give more and more value to children when they come into the institution. We don't believe in fleecing the children. Please remember, we'll try to make them competitive. We'll not pressurize them. That is how the curriculum goes, how the academy goes in our institution. So I think you would have seen that we have got some teachers, 3 teachers who are being honored for 25 years of dedicated service. We have such rich legacy in our school. 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, that is how the institution has been built. Again, I think for the long-standing service for these 3 teachers, I want you to give a big round of applause. Mrs. Chandraleela Kennedy, Mrs. Vijay Sri Krishnamurthy, Indra Mudalyar. They have seen a huge transition in school. What they saw about the school 25 years ago, what the institution is there today. They would watch for you to tell you what kind of changes that have been brought in by them, how they adapted to the change. The simple example being the COVID time when the teachers had to go online to educate the students. So the teachers also have been students throughout their life. That is how they could impart education to their students. So this is a continuous process in the S.I.A. We believe in continuous training to the teachers. That keeps on happening. I can keep on boring you with what we do at S.I.A. But I think that you have come here to witness the program of your young children. I know we just saw a glimpse of what they could do in the beginning of the program. I know there is much more better for them to offer to you. Each of them is competitive. Each of them want to outbid other, do better than the other person. That is the competitive spirit they have. I know you will all be really delighted to spend this weekend, the Christmas weekend, in the S.I.A. College ground, have a wonderful evening and go back with very, very good memories. Wishing all of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you, sir, for your motivational and inspirational words. Every year, we acknowledge the hard work and dedication of teachers by appreciating their efforts and awarding them. This year too, we are continuing the same practice. Coming up next are the felicitations of the teachers. I humbly request our chief guest, Mr. Nishchal Kapadia, to do the honors and request all the dignitaries to join him. Nobody is born a winner. To be a winner, one must plan to win, prepare to win, and expect to win. This quote stands true for the recipient of the Ram Janki Award, Teacher of the Year 2021-22. I call upon Mrs. Vaijayanti Milind Naik to receive the award. Give a big round of applause to Mrs. Vaijayanti Milind Naik, receiving the prestigious Ram Janki Award, Teacher of the Year 2021-22, awarded by ex-headmaster of the S.I.A High School and Higher Secondary School, late Shri V.R. Sathe. Mrs. Vaijayanti is in the teaching profession since 2006 and joined our institution in the year 2018. Her sincerity, punctuality, and a thirst to strive for perfection made her win this award for the first time in the same year of her joining of our institution. She is a logophile and a soft-spoken person, and all these qualities have made her win this award for the second time in a noticeably short time span. Give a big round of applause.
Good evening, everyone. Awards are always special. Age does not matter at all in this case. So it is with a great sense of joy that I am standing before all of you to receive this very prestigious award. And what makes it even more proud moment for me is that it is coming in a year when our school is entering its Platinum Jubilee. So this is a very special occasion for me. For this award, I would like to thank all the management members who have absorbed me into this school and made me a part of their parivar right from day one. Thank you very much. My next thanks goes to our HM, Mrs. Sharvari Deshpande. Her constant support, motivation, guidance is what propels me to do my best all the time. Thank you very much, ma'am. I will also like to say that our assistant HM, Mrs. Nidhi Saraf's encouraging words are like a tonic which keep me going all the time. I would also like to thank her. Mrs. Chandraleela Kennedy, our coordinator, is the one who gives perfect guidance whenever and wherever it is needed. So my thanks are in order to her too. I think I have to give credit where it is due. So this award is totally incomplete if I do not thank my students to whom I owe this award to. It is because of them that I feel encouraged, energized to come to school every day. And I feel that if I am able to make even a tiny impact on their lives, then I truly deserve this award. So if all my past or present students are over here, I would really like to thank them a lot. Of course, my thanks to all my co-teachers too, who knowingly or unknowingly have taught me many things which I try to implement. And lastly, of course, my family, without whom no work would be possible. I would also like to thank the Almighty, with whose blessings I should get more energy to work forward. Award being received for the past year, I am like a clean slate now, and I hope the Almighty blesses me so that I can continue the good work in the next academic years too. Thank you very much.
Success does not begin with awards, but it begins with the satisfaction that we feel after achieving the goals set by us. This quote stands true for the next awardees. Now, we are going to felicitate the teachers who have completed long service, that is 25 years with our institution. I once again request our chief guest and dignitaries to give away the awards. The first teacher to come on stage to receive the award is Mrs. Indra Anbalagan Mudalayar. She started her teaching career in the year 1988. She worked for 4 years in a school in Ulhasnagar. Then she joined the S.I.A school in 1992. With a vast experience of 34 years, it is no doubt that Indra teacher has a good command over her subjects, a strong bond with her students and good rapport with all the parents. A punctual and time-bound person, she has adapted herself with the new teaching methods and technology. For her dedication towards her profession, she has been honored with the Ram Janki Award twice in her career span. A big round of applause for Indra teacher.
Next, I call upon Mrs. Vijayashri Krishnamurthy to receive the award. She has been a part of this school from 1992. I request Mrs. Vijayashri Krishnamurthy teacher to come forward to receive the award. She has been a part of this school from 1992, a soft-spoken and dedicated teacher. She is committed to her profession and punctual in her work. She is a nature lover and enjoys reading. She has a diploma in computer and thus is well versed with the modern technology and has adapted to the new methods smoothly. A big round of applause to Mrs. Vijayashri teacher.
Great leaders don't tell you what to do. They show you how it's done. This saying stands true for our next awardee, our primary coordinator, Mrs. Chandraleela Kennedy. I request her to come on the stage to receive her award. Mrs. Chandraleela Kennedy joined our institution as an assistant teacher in the year 1994. No one will disagree, excellence is never an accident. It is the result of high intentions, sincere efforts, intelligent direction, skillful execution, and vision to see obstacles as opportunities. With these qualities, she climbed up the ladder from a teacher to a coordinator in the year 2013. Since then, she has been constantly guiding teachers. She was the recipient of the Ram Janki Award as well as the Best Class Award. She is a strong believer in the Almighty. Her hobbies involve reading and listening to music. She enjoys solving puzzles and quizzes. Strict in discipline and work, she strives for perfection and betterment and encourages others for the same. Give a big round of applause for Chandraleela Kennedy ma'am.
Here at the S.I.A, we not only value the academics, but also creative tendencies and cultivate it into something great which stays with us for the lifetime. Our management has always supported and encouraged the teachers for grooming their abilities and talents by conducting various workshops, trainings, as well as competitions. This helps the teachers to showcase their hidden talents.
One such competition is the Scrabble competition. This was conducted on 17th October 2022 for all the teachers right from pre-primary to junior college. And now it is time to announce the name of the proud winners. The first prize is bagged by Mr. Vinod Subramanian from the S.I.A High School. I call upon Vinod sir to receive this award. A big round of applause for him. prize is won by Mrs. Vaijanti Milen Naik from the S.I.A Primary School. I request Vaijanti teacher to come and accept her award. A big round of applause for her. And the third prize is backed by Mrs. Charulata Nilesh More from the S.I.A Primary School. A big round of applause for her. Congratulations to all the awardees and prize winners. I am thankful to our dignitaries for doing the honors. I request them to please be seated.